We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Set Free Radio. Truth music for East Texas.
This all I know. I pull up, I'm heavy, they looking, they checking, they asking, they questions. I get them their blessings, I'm teaching them lessons, believing in prayers. I pull up, I'm heavy, they looking, they checking, they asking, they questions. I get them their blessings, I'm teaching them lessons, believing in prayers. Could've been a baller, but instead I gave it to the head of my life, who came in when the chains went around my head. Heavy with the weights of this life. I mean, we here to pull them out for them, kick a demon out for them, take away they doubts for them, help them realize that a life dedicated to Christ can get them right if they cry out. This all I know.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Grace and peace, everybody. We back, Set Free Radio, episode 9. Got your boy, brother Justin. Got Jermaine over here. And Renardo had a few things to do, so we just gonna hold the fort down, man. And we're gonna try to hit y'all with a little interactive edition this time. We don't have like any kind of set topics or whatever. We just gonna try to, get on here. Hopefully, maybe y'all give us some topics, give us some suggestions, questions, anything like that. This is kind of be interactive. Like it, share it, all that old good stuff. And at the end of the day, we're gonna play some good music. So hopefully y'all, get on here and jam out with us and enjoy it. And at the end of the day, most importantly, Jesus be glorified. So, amen. So, just starting out, man. How everything going on your end, big dog?
Man, it's been good, man. I can't complain. I feel the Lord is, I'm gonna get spiritual right quick.
Go ahead, hit him.
God just showed me some things this week, and just one of the big things that He just showed me is just reminding me of who He is. No matter what's going on around us. Just as a testimony, man. COVID had hit kind of close to home in the past few weeks, and it was crazy. I was telling Jay a few weeks ago, I got exposed to it and when got tested, but I would say my dumb tail couldn't find the results. I got the results like the next day, but for a week, and I, at the same time, I know God has a plan for everything, but for a week, I'm sitting there quarantined in my room, and my wife and kids, they all in the other rooms and everything, and it's like through that time, I didn't have it. Thank God, I didn't get it, but it kind of put me in the mindset of, it made me think about those that are, dealing with COVID. One of the major things about it, no matter if you believe in the seriousness of COVID, or if you kind of, not worried about COVID, it made me personally respect what's going on, the people that are fighting, this pandemic that's, it's right there at their doorstep. So, like I said, through that moment, man, God was just reminding me of who He was, His plan for my life, not my plan, not what I think or what I see. Yeah. Just sitting back and letting God take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So,
amen. So the results that came back in the day, which you didn't see.
The results was on the phone the next day, and I had no idea, man. I went on there. I finally hit the right button, and the thing, I'm looking for a message on my phone. They say they say you had to download the app, and they gonna send it through there. Man, I'm looking on there, and it's saying message. I'm looking for a message saying, that the results are back. All week, I'm looking for this message. Man, I tell you, I kid you not. I called up there. I'm telling them, look, man, I just want to know my results. And I'm giving them grace because they said 2 to 5 business days. So I'm giving them grace, man. I'm looking for these results. So I go and I finally mess around on the app, and I find a button say results.
Oh man, it was right
I hit that button, and it told me, I got a negative report. But then me curious, like, I wonder when they came in, because I didn't know this button existed. It's just, in my defense, that button just came up on the app. Like, it wasn't there at first.
It just popped up. I hear you. They slid it in an update or something like that.
And I get over there and look up that date. That sucker said the next day. I was like, oh my God. I've been sitting up here for a week.
Yeah.
For a week, man.
You like that though? Hey, you got a little you time out of the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Got a little time to regroup, you know. So yeah, that's good. Praise the Lord, man. And it's real, man. You know, it's you can think what you want, but man, it's a lot of people that is really hitting home, man. Like I had a brother in church, man, really good dude, and he almost took him out. You know what I'm saying? So it's real, like So be careful, man. Like even now, like I see people kind of get a little more relaxed on, just washing their hands, keeping the mask on and stuff. Like and I understand, all the arguments for everything, but man, we just gotta use wisdom, like my pastor always say, it's better to, use God's wisdom than have to depend on God's grace, you know what I'm saying? So if you do, the wise thing in the first end, you ain't got to worry about like, oh Lord, please, keep me from, keep this COVID from taking me out. So, that's how I try to look at life, man. That's a good way to look at it, in my opinion. That works for pretty much everything you can think of, you know what I'm saying? Finances, health, all this stuff. So we just got to seek the Lord's wisdom, man. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. So, hey. That's right. Yeah. So, man, appreciate everybody on here. I see we got a few people. Yeah. I see Miss Bridget. I see Miss Bobby Barnes. Rutherford, Miss Sister Rutherford. Bernard Dale Jr. What's going on, man? Got some people tuned in, man. Y'all, hit us up. Send us some comments, hit some likes, shares, all that stuff. Just get us out there. Like I said, this is totally interactive. We're coming on here with no set topics, which is kind of strange for me because I like to get a topic and kind of go through the scriptures and kind of come up with an outline. But, we're just going to freestyle this one and hopefully, kind of work on cutting some of the meat out, man. Or, not necessarily meat, but trim some of the fat so we can get down maybe about an hour. So we don't hold y'all too long. But I guess the first topic I wanted to talk about is just something that I had saw. It was, I guess you can call it a meme. It was a picture of Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Hey, what's up, Bridget? What's going on? But it was a picture of them side by side with two little girls from I think it was called Cuties on Netflix. The thing, big controversial movie that shouldn't have got made in the first place. But but like if you looked at the meme, like they were pretty much Meg and Cardi B were in the same position that the two little girls were, man, and it was just crazy to me because, it came on and, a lot of people were, were like, upset about it and, and understandably so, but then you had a group of people that were kind of like, what's the word? They were trying to defend it a little bit, I guess, they were, it's that whole, well, that's the parents, that's up to the parents, who would let the parents, perform and be on a movie like that. And and that's true in a lot of instances, is the parents, have the ultimate responsibility, man. But we also got to think like, there's so many children that's growing up that don't have parents, or or not fortunate to have parents that are parenting them well, that are able, they take the time and talk to them about these things. Yeah. And then you have some parents that are just too busy with work and everything. You got a bunch of single parents that they gotta work 2, 3, 4 jobs, just to be able to take care of their kids. So you can't just always depend on the parents. And the way I look at it is, mainly, and I don't even totally blame Cardi B and Meg, Meg Thee Stallion, because, they're products of it at the end of the day. They're products of that whole, the same system. It's a vicious cycle, just like, like we talk about, the dudes with the thug image in the streets, it's a vicious cycle. But,
I think people miss that. Not to cut you off, I think people really miss that. Like, man, these cats, these young men and these young women, they didn't grow up, planning on not being. They grew up, and this is the environment that you're around. This is what I see growing up. Yeah. And, like I said, I'm a product of my environment. If nobody comes in and offers change, then I'm not going to go. If nobody offered me change, then I'm not gonna go offer change. But somebody had, it had to come to my doorstep, and now, since they came to my doorstep, now I'm trying to take the people's doorstep. You trying to take the people's doorstep. But like I said, I think people really miss that. Is that Cardi B didn't grow up. She didn't. Whatever you feel about her now, she just didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna be this." man, it was things that led. You know, this is a road. We on the path, and like, man, that stuff leads to it.
You know, environment, the culture, all that stuff. You know, what's up, baby? I see you. Yeah, man. You know, and that's real. And like at the end of the day, like I said, you know, it's just perpetuating the cycle, man. And the crazy thing is, you know, okay, let's even just say like, you know, with that song, you know, they made that song. You know, okay, cool, you make the song, but why does it have to be promoted that way? You know, why can't it be like a deep album cut? You know what I'm saying? So that the children are not exposed to it. But you know, it's like I said, this society is so over-sexualized that it's like we would rather enjoy, you know, our sexuality and enjoy all these things, you know, all out in the open, you know what I'm saying, to the detriment of the kids whose minds not formed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just kind of crazy, like just the way, you know, like they say, sex is, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, that, you know, that's not a good thing, you know, and you know, you can't always, you know, try to justify it because, well, if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. You know, they gonna find out eventually, you know, like I got a theory, which I thought about even making a thing about it, but it's just like the fact that, you know, there's so many things that we don't allow kids to do that, you know, we really shouldn't be doing when we become adults, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's the difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't allow kids to drink alcohol, you know what I'm saying? But once we become a legal age, that whoever determined, like, you know, you go and get drunk, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not against alcohol, and I understand, you know, alcohol is definitely more harmful for kids because they're still growing and stuff. But at the end of the day, man, like if you really think about it, when you're drinking, you basically poison yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all you do is you put alcohol in your bloodstream so that you get less oxygen to your brain. You basically, you know, choke your brain out. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I'm saved, but you know, I have a beer, you know what I'm saying, in the right environment. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like alcohol is a problem. It's, you know, overindulging with anything. Like, you can fool them, but, you know, that just goes in the day. Like, if we, you know, see certain movies and stuff that we don't want our kids to listen to necessarily. But once we get to a certain age, we're like, okay, well, I'm an adult, so I can, you know, I can watch this type of stuff. But, yeah, man, we got to be careful about what we consume, you know what I'm saying? What we, you know, put in our bodies, what we put in our minds, our eyes, ears, all that stuff, man. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of harmful stuff for us. You know, and I think, you know, Jesus, well, he was on the end everything because, you know, he's the God of the universe. But, you know, he said you must be his little children, man. And, you know, I think that's to have faith like children. But also, at the end of the day, you know, man, we got to guard ourselves from some of these things that, you know, we just think is not a big deal. You know, I was at the same point, you know, I was wilding out, you know, I thought all this stuff was cool too, man. But at the end of the day, like, as you get transformed, you get these new eyes, you kind of start seeing, you know, like I said, I feel like when I got saved, I came like Matrix. A lot of stuff that I thought was cool and, you know, was, you know, it just came to me like, oh man, you know, I was misled, I was bamboozled, I was hogwashed, you know what I mean? So yeah. So that's, you know, that's kind of how I feel on that situation, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we ain't here to judge nobody, we're not here to, you know, to condemn nobody, you know what I'm saying, at all. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we just speak the truth, and that's one of the things that, you know, that is real, man. If you just sit back and really think of it objectively, you know, no matter how much you like Cardi B, or, you know, how much you think, you know, that song is jamming, or, you know, it's got a good beat, or, you know, at the end of the day, it's harmful, man. Just like, you know, the music just coming out with, you know, I'm a killer, I'm a shooter, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's negative to our young men, man, and it's like an assault on them, man, on the cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can argue the point on both ways, you know, it's harmful, you know, even if, you know, you making money on it, you know what I'm saying, that's the way you get out the hood. You know, you're perpetuating the same image, man, and it's just leading people to destruction, you know what I'm saying, that don't know any better, that don't have the right parents at home to take care of them, you know, to show them a better way, or don't have male role models, you know, that type of thing, so.
One thing about it, man, it just, it creates thoughts, it creates ideas. You know, back in the early 90s, about early to mid 90s, when gangster rap started becoming a thing. You got to look at how the guys that, you know, started doing that. It was a message. It was more of a message. It was somebody broke this down, and I don't remember it. I may remember it as I'm sharing it. I'm trying to share it quickly, but it came out as a message to talk about this is the life that I'm forced with. This is my life. This is what I have. It wasn't like
glorified.
It wasn't glorified. It was just, man, I can't rap to you about being in a country club with my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping to you about this absentee father, my mama working all sorts of hours to keep food on the table, keep the house in order. Mm-hmm. I'm rapping to you about the role models that I did have was the dudes that was on the block that was, slanging or whatever. Mm-hmm. Same with the ladies. I'm not rapping to you about a instructional had a father that taught me what it is to, what a man's supposed to be. But they rapping about these men that was in and out, these dudes, that may have been arguing with women, didn't treat women like ladies. It was just like, I lay with you, and then that's it. We both had fun, but oh, you pregnant? Oh, that's your problem. Stuff like that.
That's real. And
now go ahead, right quick.
Yeah, no, what I was just gonna say is that, it's not denying that this stuff is real, you know what I'm saying? And it should be, reported, but it's a problem when it becomes glorified, and it's a problem when it becomes like pushed to people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell, like, if you just sit back and look at it, man, it's like, ours the these that got the radio waves and the TV waves and the media, and they are pushing it out there, man, and it's something really behind it. So.
And that's the thing. It's like I used to ask. I would ask Tab, I would talk to her about it, but I have shared it before. Look at Channel 7 News. I ain't knocking Channel 7. Thank God for new local news. I mean, but how many stories do they lead off with positive, things going on? Why not make the negative things? Why not put that in a small little segment in the bottom of the third quarter of the show? Nah, you got a little segment, I forget what it's called, but some of the things that make you feel good, things that make you smile, and you have someone or a kid that came up with this great idea to help people that Miss Amanda from One Love Longview, they helped the young lady who had the idea to help. Off the top of my head, I wasn't playing the young lady from Longview High who had that great idea to help people. This segment, we'll put this in a little old 30-second long segment, but we'll spend we'll spend 25 minutes talking about all the negative stuff, all the negatives in politics, all the negatives in COVID, all the negatives in racism, which those right now are the three biggest things going on: politics, COVID, and racism. But like I say, just going back to the whole music thing, it's like, I remember that diagram said music it transformed. At first, it was a message talking about the struggles of what was going on. And this is, basically, we talk about rap music because that's what we pretty much, right now, we're pushing rap music heavily because it's young men that need this type of music so they can hear a better message than what they're hearing and what's out now. Yeah. But anyway, you got people that, it started out as passing a message. Then it turned into something that, it was 3 parts to it, but I'm gonna say 2 because I can remember that. It started out as a message about what's going on. Then it turned into something like, I'm gonna be that because stuff is not fair. Because of what's going on. I'm gonna be this and y'all ain't trying to change. It turned into an angry message. Now it's just a fun message. Oh, I'm a gangster because I want to be. Yeah. I'll shoot you because I want to shoot you. I can't stand that ideology, man. Yeah. Just thinking about a few years back on one of my jobs, this cat I used to work with, and he made this statement. And it really made me think. This was in my infancy stages as a Christian, but it really made me think. But this young man said, if we fight, I'll fight you. But if I lose, I'm gonna go get a gun and I'm gonna come back and shoot you. Wow. And it's like, bruh, so it's a no-win. So I just have to take the L one way or the other. Yeah. Because your pride hurt because you couldn't handle me in fisticuffs, and now I gotta take a bullet because you got beat up. Yep. So just and like I said, I know we got to, but just like I said, all that's saying to me is that the music now is promoted because it's a fun lifestyle, quote unquote. So being a gangster, being a fatherless home, it's all just, I say fatherless because that's personal for me, but it's fun to be that way because it's the world glorifies it and says this is a way to make money. I don't want to make money off the fact that my father not there in my life, bro.
And just like you was talking about before we switch over to some music, what did Pop say on Friday? Yeah, you're scared to take a whoop.
Yep.
Fight like that. Yeah, it's real, man.
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
That's what we used to fight. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, but you live.
Live. Come on, man. R.I.P. Pops.
Yeah, R.I.P. Pops. So, man, I appreciate everybody. I got to see Shay. What's going on, Shay? I see Melissa Nash on there. Tony, Harold, what's going on? What's up, Sean? So, man, we got a few people tuned in, man. Y'all drop us some comments, give us some topics, some questions and stuff like that. So we ain't just sitting here, talking y'all ears off. We gonna give y'all something that y'all want to hear or probably want to hear us talk about. So,
quick shout out to I don't know, LaChauncey.
Yeah, that's Sean.
That's Sean. Okay,
yeah,
my bad. But Miss Sheila, she goes to church with me. So how you doing, Miss Sheila?
What's going on?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. We got some viewers on there, man. I appreciate y'all. So we're gonna come on, hit y'all with a little music, some good stuff, some bars, some good rapping, man.
Yeah.
And we'll come back.
Uplifting music.
Yeah, uplifting music. And we'll come on back, man. So y'all just stick with us. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, 13, 12 minutes, something like that. So y'all come on back.
Set Free Radio.
Yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change, saying yeah, oh. Got yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change. Run boy and I run boy and I run boy till I'm gone. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm home. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm gone. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm home. Repenting to the Father, still dealing with the sins of a father. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree when the flesh go unchecked. Your boy is a monster. I'm just kinda used to being honest. When I don't put God over a dollar, man, the ball I kinda drop it like a 64 baller. Man, you probably heard me on the Martyrs in the Making, talking about how we don't be getting down with the fakeness, whether it's grace or a grace sin. Any statement that I made, you can take it to the bank then. Drop bars like a state pen, up under the law of a nation, where you can legally kill a baby, a black boy. Speak on that, boy, they call you a racist. But my father is greatness. Literally the epitome of whatever great is. Pencil him in is the definition of perfect. You see me working, the purpose is to make him more famous. So I'm running where my lane is, still praying for the day when the pain lifts. Yelling out Maranatha, bless ya, come quick, cause I'm anxious. And my record is spotless. I'm a mess, I forget what my God is. Nevertheless, I confess whenever I'm in distress, I'm at rest, cause I know that he got this. Still never broke a promise. Undefeated, but he's steady speaking to my conscience. Homie, I know God lives. To my destiny, you gotta hold the key like a locksmith. Gone. Got yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change, saying yeah, oh. Got yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change. Run boy and I run boy and I run boy till I'm gone. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm home. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm gone. I run boy, I run boy, I run boy till I'm home.
Feeling like I'm locked in a box, feeling like I'm trapped in a cell. Every time I try to do it on my own, forgetting that only the things I do for God will prevail. Covered in the blood that was dropped from the nail that was lodged in his hands and his feet as he hung from the top, looking down as they mocked him and yelled, "I cannot go to hell." From the killer in these cities, shocking you tell. Where the shorties is streaming Chirac and got their own dialect. If you look with your eye intact, it'll probably turn you pale. Pocket full of shells, chop about as long as a Pontiac. The smell of kush burning from their belly pails. This the den where the lions at on the strip where they dying at. Don't get it till we lying back with the bullet in our tail. Cooler with the tails. The picture where he's honor the readers, but can't fool the one who made the air we inhale. I'm receiving you, Jesus. I believe you died on the cross for my freedom. I believe the teachings receive them if you will. Every knee will kneel. Every tongue will speak of there be a time of disbelievers. It's gonna believe it's real, but far too late in the season to receive them. They let the devil deceive them. You was free today, Jesus died and paid the bill.
Got yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change, saying yeah, oh. Got yesterday in my brain, not me sincere, feeling like man I'm never gonna change. I run, boy, till I'm gone. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm home. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm gone. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm home.
Living in the USA, it's like a war on the Lord here. The enemy running amok and we can see it, and nobody wanna do a thing. God over money, cool bang. All glory to Yeshua name, Lord. They don't want us giving you the praise. They wanna put them on a curfew. They believing it's too late. They done took them out of school. What's next? They gon' take them out of church too. It'll be on my dead body, but the guillotine, the lead showers. I hear the feds knocking. The police run up on me. If the Lord never told me, don't peace, I'm a bed rocking. Lord, tell me what to do now. The death threats got me ready to lay a whole platoon down. But they got me losing my cool now. But if you say I put my hands up and my tool down. Oh Father, just what are we coming to? I remember vividly when they all looked up to you. Now they go believe in every YouTube video we lose too many over new school substitute. They don't know the word, never read a day. So they let the atheist tell them what it say. Or the pastor tell them if they repent, God will give them a Benz. If he don't, they'll never stay. Want it now, right now, so they never pray. They want it to fall right down like the metal rain. Everybody wanna progress, but nobody wanna play a part of the process to a better way. I know we hard-headed. It should be good enough that God said it, but everybody wanna see the proof. The fat meat greasy till they heart fell it. I believe you. Gone.
Yeah, yesterday in my brain, the monotony's insane. Feeling like, man, I'm never gonna change. Saying that, oh. Yeah, yesterday in my brain, the monotony's insane. Feeling like, man, I'm never gonna change.
Run, boy, and I run, boy, and I run, boy, till I'm gone. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm home. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm gone. I run, boy, I run, boy, I run, boy, till I'm home.
Set Free Radio. The Set Free Radio Show. Truth music for East Texas.
Hey, it cold out here. Hey, I got a bone to pick. We got a street to fix. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, I got a point to make. I got a bank to break. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah. We had to pick the bone. Yeah, yeah. They know the click we on. Yeah, yeah. Feeling like victim on. Yeah, yeah. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah. Hop out the Sprinter van. We in the motherland. Made it from sticks and stones. I can't depend on another man. Giving a helping hand as I unravel the rubber band. I'm from the corner, deep in Latoya, living the master plan. Hey, yeah, thought it was easy till I got caught in the avalanche. Hey, yeah, sitting on top of the tree, but I still had the branch. Hey, yeah, used to be starving Marvin, making my belly dance. Hey, yeah, used to go stand alone, now I'm in another stance. Alpha road, got it on Alpha road. We had to learn the code. Told us to never fold. Yeah, we got a house to hold. I thought it would never get old. I had an episode, now I got faith on overload. Yeah, I got a bone to pick. We got a street to fix. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, I got a point to make. I got a bank to break. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah. We had to pick the bone. Yeah, yeah. They know the click we on. Yeah, yeah. Feeling like victim on. Yeah, yeah. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah. Back in the building, they know what time it is. Still on the climb, you dig. Oh, what a feeling. I know they love the kid. Front of the line, you did. Life is a test. We had to pop the quiz. Give me a sign, you did. Follow the yellow brick road to see the whiz. When you see me out in public, I ain't alone. At least a dozen. I know it's meant to be, but when I feel down, I'm missing my cousin. They know we never gon' fumble. Guess I'm a bumble now that we buzzing. Maybe that's why they tryna throw shots at the gang all of a sudden. Hey, what on the street is we making the sand a max? Well, it's the truth. Every little word I'm saying is bigger than facts. Look at the proof. Coming to me for sauce. Feel like I'm dripping the fountain of youth. Yes, sir. We on the attic, the ceiling, the roof. Get what I got? I got a bone to pick. We got a street to fix. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, I got a point to make. I got a bank to break. Made it from sticks and stones. Made it from sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah. We had to pick the bone. Yeah, yeah. They know the click we on. Yeah,
Set Free Radio.
Only God can give you that peace that people can't give you, that no situation can give you, that no money can give you, no materials can't do it either.
That's right, so I don't care what you think. Oh Lord, I need your peace. I wrote this song for me, but I don't care what others think. I lose no sleep, I pray and then I go to sleep in case I don't wake up, so my soul to keep. And then I wake up and I take care of my daughter. Yeah, you heard that right. I try to live right so they see my light, but then they wanna crucify me, so I'm going even harder. You can take it how you want it. I'm a martyr in the making, but I'm killing them with kindness and I know they can't take it. Yeah, I don't like asking for favors. No sir, I'd rather get it on my own. I don't care what you think because you wasn't with me when I was depressed and when I was alone. I don't care what people think about me. Nah, I'm only here to tell my testimony. I do not care if you like me, I'ma still show love. Yeah, I don't like asking for favors, but I hope you put this in your playlist. Please turn this up when you play this. Please put this song in your playlist. You looking at me, I don't care what you think. I done been at the bottom, that's under the sink with the grease in the dirt. Yeah, it drip while you sleep with the grease in the dirt. Yeah, it drip while you sleep. I don't care for the lights, cause I'm here for the light. With my life, my grave is dark if no one sees my light. I don't care for the lights, cause I'm here for the light. With my life, my grave is dark if no one sees my light. That's Christ. Lord, I need your peace. I don't really care what people think about me. Yeah, I don't really care what they think. I really don't care what they think. Lord, I need your peace. I really don't care what they think. I really don't care what they think. Lord, I need your peace. I really don't care what they think. I really don't care what they think. Lord, I need your peace. I really don't care what they think. I really don't care what they think. Lord, I need your peace.
Only God can give you that peace that people can't give you, that no situation can give you, that no money can give you, no materials can't do it either.
That's right, so I don't care what you think. Oh Lord, I need your peace. I wrote this song for me, but I don't care what others think. I lose no sleep, I pray and then I go to sleep in case I don't wake up, so my soul to keep. And then I wake.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We back. We appreciate y'all coming on there, hitting us up. We back for round segment number 2. So appreciate everybody that's been liking and commenting, all the shares and stuff like that. So we're just gonna continue on. Man, you see no comments, no topics, so shoot, I guess you got anything you want to come up with? Yeah, shoot, me too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But yeah, we definitely want any comments y'all have. But oh man, I just went blank. I actually had something on my mind that went blank. Well, I do want to talk about something. I do want to bring up something. It's been this thing on my heart for the past 2 weeks. It's actually been on my heart for a while, but it's been on my heart for the past 2 weeks. But I just want to talk about our value, the youth, their value. Like, I do a lot of speaking with young people, and even as a student pastor, I just notice how these young folks really they don't know their value, man. And when you don't know your value, you let other people put a price on you. You let other people put a price tag on you.
That's good.
I spoke at a school last week, and one of the things that stood out to me is it was just no matter where you are, no matter what you're a part of, man, the enemy will attack you the same as he'll attack you, just like he will attack the pastor's kid who was at church all the time. He attacks it's no different across the board. And I'm saying that because what it really revealed to me is that we need to remind the kids of their value. We need to instill in them how valuable they are, that they know who they are when they go out into their world. I know Jay does it with his kids. I do it with my kids. Even in the times where you're still a parent. So it's times where you're going to show them their value if they it's time to get right. But I'm going to show you what your value is. But you know, that's just as a parent. You know, you gotta be a parent to your children. You gotta lead them and teach them. But at the same time, I want my son and my daughter to know their value when they go out in this world. When I'm not with them, when she's at school, around her classmates and her teachers. When she goes to maybe she goes to a birthday party or something, to know her value, to not turn it down. That actually just took me back to the whole WAP thing.
I was thinking about continuing that conversation too.
Oh yeah. Well, it took me back to it because it's like, if my daughter knows her value, and God knows, man, my kids, all their friends are not gonna be Christian. I would love all their friends to want to live for the Lord and not, but I know that they have to do the same thing that we have to do. They got to go out into this world and they have to be salt for the ones who they got to be a light to the ones who don't know. So that being said, if my daughter goes to a birthday party of one of her friends that we seen, you know, they're decent kids. They may not, you know, church may not be the same idea about it, but they're still decent people. You know, I'm just not gonna simply, you know, you ain't gonna see your kids nobody crazy. But I want her, regardless of the situation, when she goes to a birthday party or goes to a sleepover, that when I'm not there, when her mom is not there, she knows her value. She doesn't get wrapped up. In all honesty, I have a TikTok account, so with having that, you see a lot of the mess that goes on. But one of the things, and I say that because social media is big, so we're not gonna stray from social media to, you know, quote unquote. No, social media is out there, and our kids see it every day. So you see this, and I see these. You know, you'll catch the ones on there, and they'll be doing this stuff in front of their kids. They'll do it in front of their children. So what I'm saying is this: their mom and their parents may not care about that song. So their daughter or their son, not just WAP, but any song that's degrading themselves or talking about some negative stuff, they may be listening to it. But I want to instill the value in my daughter to the point to where she can start talking to God about her value more. I'm telling her what God says about her value, or him what God says about his value. And then when he gets to that point where it's his conversation with God, I can still tell him, but he's talking to God about his value, and God's not gonna tell you, oh, your parents lied, you ain't worth $1 million, you worth 10. You know, that's real. Just to really just chop that down. What I'm saying is this: when she goes off, or when he goes off, that if this music comes on or this happens, that they know, like, oh, wait a minute, no, I'm not gonna degrade myself. I'm not gonna turn down my value for that. I'm not gonna accept what this is. And it's harder for children because they, you know, they are impressionable. Life is in them. But at the same time, I want my daughter, and we should want our youth. We should want them to be strong enough to stand that even if that, I can't do nothing about that song being on at that person's house. But my character, the value that I know, the value that my character holds, it's gonna let them know, no, that ain't cool on this end. I'm sorry, but this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And that value, when they know that value, they can't. You can't sway them. You can't grab them and pull them in. They can pull back. They got that Superman flow, that Wonder Woman flow, because they know their value. They know how much. They know their worth, no matter where they are, and they carry that on through life. They know it if they go to college or if they get a great job out of high school. When they get married or whatever relationship they come into, they know their worth, and nobody else can turn that up. Nobody else can put a price on them. Nobody can put a value on them. They know. I preached a message on supply and demand, and the thing about it, demand determines how much supply, and it also sets the value of the product that's being distributed. That being said, I want their value to be so high that if you want that, you gonna have to come out. You gonna have to come real. If that man want my daughter hand, man, you gonna have to be ready to. Man, you gonna have to be a sucker. They might call you sensitive, but you know the value of the one you're chasing. I know the value of my wife. You know what I'm saying? And then still, and I'm saying this is shut up, but then still allowing God to set the value, not just us. You know, I'm teaching them their value, but at the end of the day, I'm teaching them what God is saying about value. I grew up not knowing my value, so I open myself up to a lot of things coming up. So, you know, that's one of the big things been on my heart is just, you know, teaching our kids their value, and that lines up with the whole music thing.
You're right. And you know, like you said, value, and that always kind of reminds me of something. And like what's so cool about it, my son, like, you know, when kids like repeat stuff back that you said, like, you know, it makes you feel good because like, you're listening, you know, they kind of, you know, encourage you. But one thing that I'm big about is don't dimly like to fit in, you know what I mean? And that goes with your value, you know. We all have a light, you know. God created each and every one of us unique, you know, for His purpose, for His reasons. And you know, the thing that happens as you get older, you know, as life, you know, kind of beats down on you and tries to mold you into the image of the world, you know, you start turning your life down. That's what I feel like I did. You know, as I was coming up, you know, I just kind of dulled my light down just so I could fit in with everybody else because I didn't want to, you know, stand out. I didn't want to rock the boat. I didn't want to be looked at as soft, you know what I'm saying? Because I cared about people and wanted to help people, you know. Yeah. And you know, and that's a big thing. That's a very dope phrase to me is, you know, don't dimly like to fit in. And man, you know, and that got a lot to do with your value because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we let all these other things determine our value. You know, how much money you got or how you look physically. You know,
come on now.
You know, at the end of the day, man, your value's gonna be up and down depending on, you know, external sources. You know what I'm saying? But like to me, man, the greatest sign of our value is that you know, the God that created us, the God of the universe, came down. He wanted us so bad. He loved us so bad. You know what I'm saying? We were so valuable to Him that He was willing to humble Himself to the form of a man and die a horrible death on the cross, you know what I'm saying, just so that we can be made right with Him. You know what I mean? If that don't tell you that your worth is infinitely, you know, valuable, you know, to the one whose opinion matters, you know, more than anything, you know,
the only opinion that matters.
The only opinion that matters, you know what I'm saying? That's how valuable we are, man. And that's one thing that we got to, you know, try to remember ourselves and definitely, you know, get through to our kids is that, you know, that they are valuable. It's not what, you know, little Johnny say up the street, or it's not what your teacher say, or it's not what, you know, this or that person say, or it's not the shoes on your feet, none of that stuff. You know, you have inherent value because you are made in the image of God. Yeah. So, man, you know, and that's the greatest thing to me.
That's so true, man. I remember we went to camp this year, and I stepped in for one of the speakers, and that was the message that God gave me. You know, one opinion. That was the title of the message, and it just took me back to, like you were saying, like, man, it's a lot of people want you to believe a lot of different ways in this world right now. People want you to think this way. They want you to act this way. Support this group. Support that group. Vote this way. Vote that way. Man, it's so many things out there, and not gonna lie, a lot of them have a solid foundation, a decent and moral and respectable foundation. But even some with that foundation, it has gotten cloudy as it's grown, as it's gotten bigger. It's been just misconstrued, and you don't even hear the basis of the foundation, the reason that it would garner respect, or you know, the thing that would matter. You hear all the up and down, a bunch of noise, a bunch of secondary issues made to seem super important, and it's not. So, like I said, it hit me at camp, and you know, that was what God told me. He said, one opinion. My one opinion is that I'm going to trust Jesus, I'm going to hear Jesus, and I'm going to do what God says do. My one opinion. Not perfect. I don't sit here perfect. I know Jay don't sit here perfect. I know V don't sit here perfect. Man, we all fall and we've all come short of the glory of God. But at the end of the day, I'd rather fall and get back up and follow God with with His opinion. Because when you think about God's opinion, when you think about His words, when you trust in what He has spoken over His people, man, you can't do nothing but be on the right side. I don't know. I don't have perfect words, but you can't do nothing but, if this is the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, goodness, meekness, gentleness, long suffering, temperance, faith. That's one of the first things I learned when I got saved, is those things. If you line up with that attitude, if you have this attitude that you have in Christ, to regard your brother higher than yourself, to, I love God more than anything. Me loving God, and God say, don't go out there and make a fool of yourself. Don't go out there and be ready to fight, or don't go out there ready to lay out whoever, or however you look at it. Don't go out there and degrade your body. Whatever the situation is, don't go out there and talk behind your brother back. You talking behind his back is likened to murder. If that's what God wants, how can I sit there and go against that and still think I'm morally right? Like, bruh. And boy, you get passionate about it, because man, when you line up with God, it's not weird, it's not soft. What you say? It's the saying you said. It was in my head. This faith walk ain't no cakewalk. I mean, if you line up with it, like, man, I'm still standing. I'm still a man. I'm still human. I'm still me. I still have my life that I have to live. But at the same time, the things that God asks me to do, they don't hurt anybody, and they don't hurt me. They ask me to stand when everything looks crazy. If something is asking me to stand on faith and just believe that things are going to get better and make wise decisions coming out of a dry spot in my life, how am I going to say, oh man, that's sorry, dog, I would have. How am I going to say, what's wrong with standing and believing, like not getting down and not sinking into depression and hurt and sadness and being locked in the room all day with the lights off under a blanket, listening to depressive songs. I mean, so, man, like I say, just to kind of round off everything, like, one opinion, man. If you really just take a minute and trust God, and stop getting so wrapped up in isn't that, and gosh, you getting wrapped up in stuff that don't even matter. If your character lines up with what God calls good character, then man, it's hard for me to offend people when I'm regard my brother higher than myself. No, I don't accept everything you believe. What's wrong with that? I remember reading a post, and I'm gonna end on this. I remember reading a post saying that I wish we could disagree and not, not become enemies.
Exactly, man.
So
we can't have civilized conversations and respect each other for our brothers, man. And at the end of the day, like, I wish that everybody would be saved and know Jesus, because I know the value in it. I know what it's done for me. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's the truth. I know that if you are not in Christ, then hey, it's not gonna go good for you in eternity. You know what I'm saying? And just even in life, man. But at the end of the day, like, just because you're not, hey, boy, you on camera? Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, just because you don't believe like I believe, that doesn't mean you're my. So we had a little disruption there, but like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, we got to have love for each other. But come on now, this is not professional. But so we're gonna take a little break, so I don't have to choke my son, Bart Simpson style. I ain't
gonna let him choke y'all. I ain't gonna let him do it.
But I see you. What's up, cousin John, man? I'm trying to get some pointers from from the audio video on from you. I gotta hit you up, man. And what's going on, Shay? Like I said, what we just talked about, what Jermaine was talking about, kind of touch on that Facebook post. So hope you got some out of it. But we're gonna take a little music break, child break, and we'll be back.
Set Free Radio.
And your name was meant to be written on more than just a t-shirt, homie. It could be written in the book of life when you leave here. I ain't saying you gotta stop banging, cause we could use that. I'm just saying, you gotta bang a new set. Bizzle. Been it for a minute, they figured I been dropped. But if I ain't did it for the right critic on me, I admit I would've been stopped. I ain't in it for the Christ risen on a blind mission with a big God. With a fine pen, I put my life in alliance with it since dear hip-hop. 10 years and I'm still on the go. Flood coming and we filling the boat. Christ reigns and he's still on the throne. Your life changed when you give him control. I ain't traded a my shame for divine grace and a little bit of hope. I gave all of my pain, all of my change, wasn't with it, they broke. I came to the villain before. Christ came to deliver the soul. Price paid, now the sin gotta go. Light came and delivered the blow. My aim wasn't quite fame, but the light came, so I live it and go. I came yelling, get on the floor like a dice game, and I'm still on the road. He the lamb lying in, he the goat. Yeah, Christ gang, I just had to bang on the web. If God is on my side, it's a layup. I say, you should come and try it, that's the prayer. It ain't no other side. Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang. All day, all day. All day, all day, all day, all day. Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang. All day, all day, all day, all day. Hey, you already know it. Hey, you already know it. You already know. You already know. They tryna make him a mockery. But how can a potter be mocked by the pottery? Honestly, gotta be hard to think that you don't need a head. You might as well try a lobotomy. Unashamed rebel, I'm an anomaly. God's property, I'm stopping them properly. Woke up feeling like I hit the lottery. God's body, I got him inside of me. Kamikaze for the body, this a homie. Try to stop me, you could die if you want. We about it, been about it, finna be about it. See about it, hop in the smoke. If you with him, we the same team. If you ain't with him, then you gangrene. Why play with the grace given? Put your faith in him and be made clean. Christ gang, I just had to bang on the web. If God is on my side, it's a layup. I say, you should come and try it, that's the prayer. It ain't no other side. Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang. All day, all day. All day, all day. All day, all day. Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang, Christ gang. All day, all day. All day, all day.
The Set Free Radio Show. Truth music for East Texas. Set Free Radio.
So just sit on the edge and put your feet in. It's a lot of shallow people. You can't swim this deep. I done missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. I done missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. History repeats itself, that's what people say. Maybe not you and me, but people change. I wish I could tell the truth, but they won't believe. Talking cheap, real is rare, silver dollar piece. Someone call the police and the ambulance. It's an emergency, I'm hurting deep, can't handle this. Man, see, I wish I could go back in time. Maybe something I could do would keep my dad around. I'm so glad I found God all by myself. So I'm good even if I ain't got no one else. No one helps at times, but that's fine with me. My back's fine, stronger than the jack iron. My tire needs it's past time for games, don't live your life in vain. People dying every day due to lies and hate. Hope there's something I can say would inspire change. But it's 11:30, I need some rest and I can't turn off my brain. I missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. I done missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. I got stress and regrets about how it should be. Salvation is free, but it isn't cheap. I'm praying for epiphanies on this symphony. Makes my heart skip a beat, he's the Prince of Peace. You came too late to say he isn't, we got history. Kiss the street I was raised on, I should've stayed home. Nice visitations behind the glass through a payphone. But my brothers in TDC are free to get our praise on. Maybe Christians get prayed on when they should've been prayed for. Something the church will pay for and your 501 can't void. Still I enter your courts with praise and hear a joyful noise. Enter your gates with thanks, he never disappoints. Feel like I missed the point somewhere along the road, but I got history with God and he won't leave me alone. 2,000 years ago, he was trying to get to me. And to this day, even if I stray, he won't miss a beat. I done missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. I done missed a lot of sleep in these past few weeks. It's a lot of shallow people that can't swim this deep. In my heart I got this missing piece, I'm incomplete. Every moment that we skip a beat is history. Every moment that we skip a beat is history.
Set Free Radio.
This
All right, y'all. We back live. I promise no children were injured in the away time.
They still they good. They alive.
I got a witness. I'm good. But yeah, we just back on it, man. Back on this episode 9, just kind of freestyling, going off the top of the head, as they would say back in the day. Man, bring it back, I'm ready. Man, so we just, like I said, touching on, topics that come on our head, and, the one thing, just touch back on the whole, WAP thing we were talking about, one thing I noticed, like I said, besides the people that were trying to kind of, excuse it off as, where the parents need to, be the ones to kind of, stop the kids from getting into that type of thing. Another thing is that, like it seems like, some women equate that with like, having power, taking their power back by, their sexuality, you know what I'm saying, because they're controlling it, but. And and I can understand because there has been oppression of women, you know what I'm saying, and men have been controlling the women, you know what I'm saying. So, but it's just, to me, it's just kind of like that's not a good way to assert your power. Your control is of being, you know what I'm saying, being just like basically at the end of the day like a dude, you know what I'm saying, like stereotypical like male type situation, because. There's so many other things, that just kind of leads me to believe that you think that's, like you said, when it comes back to it, that's all your worth, that's all your value comes from is your sexuality. And man, women are incredible, man. Like, women are the real deal, man. Like y'all do some incredible things, you know what I'm saying? Going through labor in itself is, man, I had kidney stones one time and they said that was as close as a man can get to labor, and man, it was painful, so. You know what I'm saying? I was crying for some morphine. I was like, y'all just shoot me up something, they can stop hurting. So, man, women, God created women like an amazing thing, man. Amazing, beings, basically. Yeah. I don't want to call women things more like that. But, to me, it's so much more value to women than their sexuality, you know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, man, sex, God created sex for a reason. He could have, procreation be just, like some kind of dance you do in a high five or something, and, you come up with a kid, you know what I'm saying? But, for God's glory, he created this this awesome, intimate thing that brings a man and a woman together intimately, and it's, one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I'm saying? But just like anything, that God makes good, man has a way of, perverting it or making it outside of God's bounds. Like even when it comes with food, you know what I'm saying? Like food, we get our, it has a function, like sex. It's how we get our nutrition. It's how we get energy. And God allowed it to be, this food out here that can be seasoned and just tastes wonderful, and and He made it like that and gave us taste buds to be able to receive the taste, and all these things. But at the end of the day, we have, gluttony. You know what I'm saying? We have people that indulge in food. That's one thing, that to be honest with you, I struggle with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not overdoing it and overindulging in food. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's, to me, that's a kind of an equal, comparison to, the way, we've done with sex. It's something that God gave us, for His glory, for a reason, for a function. You know what I'm saying? And He out of His glory allowed it to be, this wonderful thing. But we've become so in love with the, with the gift that He gave us that we, are basically, turned away from the giver. You know what I'm saying? And we're basically, worshiping sex more than worshiping God, man. We would rather do what we want to do with sex than, what God said, sex was made for in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And, I find it, one thing I found is like in the Bible, it says, that's one of the only sins that, is, how it's put, but it's, you sin with your body. Yeah. And it's, and it says, flee from sexual immorality. You know what I mean? Like, it's real deal, man. That's one of the sins that, like, can mess your whole life up. You know what I mean? If you think about, like, you think about fire, right? Fire, in a fireplace, it'll warm your house up. On a lantern or something like that, it'll light the path. Fire has all these great uses, but at the end of the day, if it gets out of what it's intended for, if it comes out of your fireplace, if it comes out that lantern, it'll burn your whole house down. You know what I'm saying? It'll burn you, it'll hurt you. You know what I mean? And that's how I view sex, man. Like, if it's outside of the bounds of what it's created for, it's gonna cause problems. You know what I mean?
That's like the scripture said: "What man can hold fire in his bosom and not be burned?" Not be burned. So, sex is likened to fire. It's different things that when you sit back and look at it, it's just like fire. It has its use and it has its what I'm saying, its properties. It has certain things that it's here for a reason. We have fire for reasons. But when we take fire to use outside of its reasons, that's when we have issues. For example, you give a kid a lighter. Me, as a kid, when I found out that you can use hairspray and a lighter and a torch,
I used to do all kinds of
that's not what it's for. And it's not protect. I'm not doing this to protect me. I'm not in any dire need. It's just neat.
It's cool, yeah.
But it's uncontrolled.
Yeah.
If that fire hit the wrong thing or get on the wrong thing, or if it lights that cap up, when I found out that if you put a can in a fire, it gets hot enough, that sucker gonna blow. That's just, it's comical, but those are some examples of, fire, uncontrolled fire once it is out of our hands.
Yeah, look at
and what can we do?
Yep.
If this house, God forbid, this house catch fire around us, we can do what we can, but at the end of the day, we just trying to get the kids and the turtle, definitely the turtle, the kids, the turtle, and the dog, and get out of here.
Yeah.
My house, same thing. I mean, it doesn't matter where it is, but that's when we let fire get out of control.
Yeah.
That just makes a similarity. When we let, sex get out of control, we indulging in it. It's, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing between a man and a woman. That's married. It's beautiful in the eyes of God. Marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But when it gets in our heads, when we get, oh man, I need sex.
Yeah.
And if you have a partner that's like, a wife or a husband that's like, not tonight. And it's just burning in you. This is that fire getting out of control. We're not checking ourselves.
Yep.
And next thing you know, you on the creep.
Yeah.
When I creep, but you creep.
That's real, man. And that's and that's why we gotta die daily to our flesh, man. Cause that flesh, man, it's not good. It'll lead you astray. It'll have you in the whole world of hurt, man. So yeah. So that was a little preview on the topic. Might do a whole episode about that one day. I want to be too controversial, but hey, we have to talk about real stuff though. Yeah, real stuff that some people, especially in the church or our places, are scared to talk about, man. Because for real, it's real. Like you get this idea that sex is bad, but it's not bad in its confines in the way that God created it. So.
Disclaimer: This is what hip hop music was created to do. Mm-hmm. This is where it came from, to talk about the situations. I honestly feel that's why secular hip hop music got so vulgar, because it can walk the line that so many people won't walk. It'll go into the places that so many people won't go. Mm-hmm. That's what this is about, Set Free Radio. We're gonna talk about topics that we want to talk about, the topics that have people bound. Yeah, it's about being set free, and it's not to tiptoe around it. Definitely try to keep the content, for all ages. Yeah. But in wisdom, we'll let you know, hey, it's gonna get real, because as a youth minister, and Jay, he works a lot with you, man. They coming into this stuff and you're not filtering it at school. You can't put a filter on it when they go to school or the football games or when they taking their day home. They dating a little girl or dating a little boy or whatever, and they leaving the football game riding home together. Yeah. Prom night, spring dance, win a ball. All this. Look, not to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm sorry, I just gotta be real. I feel like this is glory. Not to hurt anybody's feelings, guys, but we just want you to know it's real things that we're gonna talk about, because we have a real enemy. Yeah, we can't tiptoe around. We can't tiptoe around the issues. We talked about racism. We talked about a lot of deep subjects, depression. And we got kids out here cutting themselves, and they on the verge of death. I've heard music where these, R.I.P. again, XXX Tentacion. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Forgive me. Y'all ain't commenting as much as we like, but don't put no hate comments in there. But I heard one of his songs, and most of the verses is just about, him dying and not wanting to be here and suicide. Yeah. This is what our kids are listening to. Exactly. And this is what they, what I'm saying? And it's not to cut you off, but like the Bible says, death and life is in the power of the tongue. I used to be a huge Biggie fan back in the day, but Biggie, like, he was always, like that first album, Ready to Die. Yeah, song where he listen to himself. Yeah, and that's all they talk about is death, and that's all XX Temptation, talked about. And bam, what I'm saying, he's out of here right now, what I'm saying? So, that just goes to show you, man, that your words are powerful. I put a post on Set Free Radio about, music is powerful. Be careful how you use it. Yeah. And that's another thing that we talk about, man. Is one of these topics is that music is powerful. We gotta, that's why we even brought up the situation about WAP, man, because about Cardi B and Meg, because that music that they made is powerful. It's going out to all these kids, and they're hearing it, and they're thinking, all this stuff is just natural and normal, and it's cool for them to be doing, just for fun or just out there with no guidance, So, anyway, I think we'll take a little quick radio break, man, come back and finish it up. Y'all just stay with me. We're going to play a couple of jams for you, man, something that you might like. So, we'll be back.
Set Free Radio.
What can I say? You can't take it from me. Oh yeah. I'ma die, rise, live again. When it come back, city gon' rain forever. Rain forever. When it come back, city gon' rain forever. Return of forever. Dirty boy from that trailer park, but you made me. No happy home, my mama gone, that refrigerator stayed empty. Hiding late in homes where they was cooking, crack in the kitchen, roaches on the ceiling. It was ramen noodles with chicken, cooking that shit out. Make you wanna make yourself, when they had to break yourself, hate yourself, curse his name. Right around South Central with propane and the pain, the burning flames. I know, I poured the gasoline, you ain't need to me. You love your enemy. Devil in my ear, hollering me, knocking ease the pain. Give you the violin, nah, don't play me. Nah, don't play me. Washed in the blood of Jesus, I hit that water. Lost my life, headshot, manslaughter. Oh, and we ain't never had nothing. I'm from a violent home and my hood don't play. You from the bottom, you done seen the struggle. What can I say? You can't take this from me. Oh yeah. You can't take this from me. Oh yeah. Can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me, dawg. You can't take this from me, yeah.
Papa had told me when I was young puppy, had told me a story about the importance of pouring your heart into something. Don't fall into nothing, that's not where you come from. But Papa, we live in the hood, deceiver, let's mix it with good. These gangsters is praying outside, I'm seeing you pray for my life. I'm needing this grace to survive. Flashback to the class act, I didn't pass that long test, don't press me. I'm a prestige example of a candle in a dark room when it spills through, when it's mildew on your lunch bread. I'm from that, had dreams of the devil coming from me. But the living God is a God who sees, and the living God had his guard on me. So just pardon me if I feel the need to speak my piece on every street, every corner where it's liquor and marijuana, where it's fiction and paranoia. Share my joy and have them joining with the mission to be a voice. Shake the earth, I made a choice. I'm a person, gave a torch. You can't take this here from me. It's my turn, eternity is at hand and I didn't see. Hands of Jesus set me free. Can't no evil stop this here. Give me power, take my fear, light that fire in my soul and refine me till I'm gold.
Oh, and we ain't never had nothing. I'm from a violent home and my hood don't play. You from the bottom, you done seen the struggle. What can I say? Okay. You can't take this from me. Oh yeah. You can't take this from me. Oh yeah. Can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me, dawg. You can't take this from me, yo.
On the south side of that H-Town, got a couple partners that stay down. From the place where you know pay up, they come through like lay down. We stay down cause these hunger pains got a mobbing in these streets. Hope you prayed up cause you pray to us. These wolves ready to eat, showing teeth full of diamonds. But baby, that's a disguise, a distraction. I'm just hoping you don't look me in my eyes cause I'm focused on the paper. That paper that be my calling. If I can just dodge the pen, I'm in, baby, I'm ballin'. Sky is the limit and money we trust. Foolish mentality given to us. Die in a pool full of women and lust. Touch one of mines, I'm ready to bust. Yeah, and we live from HP. Whips and chains still abound, but they thinking we free. Still on that ship, they call it a yacht. House of Gomorrah, they call it a lot. Give them the truth, they beg you to stop. That's why I'm out here giving all that I got. Yeah, some of you suckers don't love it, but you can't take this from me.
You can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me. Can't take this from me. You can't take this from me. What can I say? You can't take this from me, yo.
Set Free Radio. Set Free Radio.
10, 12. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. Okay, I'm ready. I'm just reaching my goals. First you gotta know when to hold, when to fold. The haters wanna see me when I'm down and I'm low. And it's only so far, so high I can go. I do this for my people, I don't do this for show. Man, my moves go hard when I get on the flow. Ain't rolling backwood like I'm taking the smoke. Cause I know it feel good when your body is slow. Don't ever rush life, cause you know you gotta slow down. I'm stacking up my money, I ain't wasting it now. Man, I'm trying to keep some money and I'm saving it now. I got my dreams in my face and I'm chasing it now. I got the key to a house, I see myself on the jet. You know I go for the best and I ain't set up for less. And I ain't about to live a life that is ordinary. I want a life extraordinary. It's finna get better. And you see me on the rise, I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. It's finna get better. Yeah, it's hard when you're down, you're doing what you can to survive. It's finna get better. Put your hands in the sky and thank the Lord that you alive. It's finna get better, babe. It's finna get better, baby. Yeah, I'm always moving and I'm always on the road. I've had to do so many things on my own. So many people wanna say I'm not alone. I represent the 903 and that's the code. And yeah, I'ma be what I said I'ma be, babe. One of the greatest who gon' make it out the East, babe. Yeah, I'm good at what I do and I'm a beast, babe. Ain't a thought, but I'ma always be a G, babe. Why they hating on me now? You know I'm going up, but they wanna see me down. I hear a lot of rappers wanna mumble like they mouth. Depending on the 808s they try to make a sound. No, it's the industry neglecting our mobility. It's all about having money and publicity. You better know I speak the truth, I do it musically. It ain't no stopping me. It's finna get better. And you see me on the rise, I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. It's finna get better. Yeah, it's hard when you're down, you're doing what you can to survive. It's finna get better. Put your hands in the sky and thank the Lord that you alive. It's finna get better, babe. It's finna get better, baby. I'm waking up in the morning, I think about what's important. I got to get where I'm going, that's why I gotta keep flowing. I know my life is a movie, you see the camera is rolling. These suckers wanna report it like, hey, quit being the norm for real. And I ain't in it for the fame, I ain't bout it. I said just what I meant and I don't care if you don't like it, man. I have a calling and I found it, that's why I got Jesus and I can't live without him. Cause it's finna get better. And you see me on the rise, I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. It's finna get better. Yeah, it's hard when you're down, you're doing what you can to survive. It's finna get better. Put your hands in the sky and thank the Lord that you alive. It's finna get better, babe. It's finna get better, babe. It's finna get better. And you see me on the rise, I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. It's finna get better. Yeah, it's hard when you're down, you're doing what you can to survive. It's finna get better. Put your hands in the sky and thank the Lord that you alive. It's finna get better, babe. It's finna get better, baby. Yeah.
Set Free Radio. Truth music for East Texas.
Alright, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, we back live again. You know, last little segment, we just come on here. Appreciate Miss Shay, I see you. She said she's enjoying the music. That's what's up, we appreciate it. That's one thing, you know. There will be no Set Free Radio without some jamming music. So, you know, we're trying to get y'all on some different, you know, different artists, you know, local artists. The last guy was True Virtue, you know, it's a young dude from Longview, man, you know, he just dropped a project, you know, so you know, that's a good song right there. It's gonna get better, you know what I'm saying? Good positive song, so y'all check him out. But you know, like I said, we just gonna wrap everything up, you know, appreciate everybody that's been on, everybody that's commented, everybody that's liked, shared, whatever, you know. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, we doing this, you know, we ain't just doing this for us. We're doing it for, you know, for people watching. We're doing it for, you know, people that may watch it. You know, hopefully we're speaking on some stuff that's, you know, that's giving encouragement, that's giving some wisdom, that's giving some, you know, at the very end of the day, you know, that's pointing towards Jesus. You know, that's the only answer, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, what's the answer to, you know, human fallen nature? You know, our fallen nature is we want to perverse sex. We want to, you know what I'm saying? We want to, you know, enjoy all these things and take them out of God's bounds. The only thing that's the solution at the end of the day for that is, you know, having a renewed mind, you know what I'm saying? Being born again, you know, trusting in Christ and letting the Holy Spirit, you know, work on you today, you know. Because like I said, you know, it's been a journey for me, you know. Like I said, the things that I thought were cool back in the day, you know, I realized were not cool. And, you know, and this walk of sanctification, you know, it's you know, you're not perfect. You know, you're never gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be something. Because I was telling on a post, basically like, you know, once I feel like I was, you know, delivered from the big sins, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I'm good. You know, I'm doing better. You know, then God starts showing me little sins that, you know, that not your, you know, your everyday sins, like, you know, like the pride, like the, you know, self-righteousness. You know, it's hey, you know, it's easy to get self-righteous when you're not, you know, doing certain things that you used to do, and you know, if you're not careful, you're not, you know, standing in that word, you're not renewing your mind, and you're not seeking Jesus. You know, it's easy to be self-righteous. That's why, you know, a lot of people are turned off by church people because, you know, a lot of times, man, if you just only hang around saved people, if you only, you know, just, you know, all your time spending in church, you know, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but, you know, it's, you know, you can get a tendency to, hey, you know, well, those sinners out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, at the end of the day, we all sinners. You know, we're saved by grace through faith, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we let that flesh control, you know what I'm saying? We're subject to, you know, slip and fall into some type of sin. So, right, we gotta be on guard. So, you know, man, what's going on? Like, we got somebody just joined. What's up, Crystal Lynn? Man. But yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, that's the only thing. That's the overall solution I have for anything. You know what I'm saying? It can kind of sound like, you know, oversimplified solution. You know, is you know, coming to Christ and you know, letting Him transform hearts and renew minds. But at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's gonna last. That's the only thing that's gonna cure everything at the root. You know, racism. You know, sexual crime, you know what I'm saying? The over-sexualization of our culture, the violence, you know, all these things, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, that's the only solution that's truly going to have a lasting impact is Jesus at the end of the day. So, you know, and that's why we're preaching this message. That's why we, you know, that's what we're pointing to the cross, because, you know, we were both men that have been, you know, transformed by, you know, by their relationship with Jesus. And, you know, and that's what we're trying to portray out there. That's what we're trying to push out there. That's, you know, that's the antidote, basically, you know, to the poison that's in this world. That's the antidote, you know.
I think if people would, you know, and this right here is just my opinion. I feel it's valid, but I think if people would get away from the eccentrics and the mystery and all the, you know what I'm saying, all the, I don't know, sometimes I forget words that sound perfect. But if you get away from all the folklore and everything about what it is to know God and what it is to know Christ, get to the basics. I mean, definitely would love for people to call Jesus their Savior, but to discredit the Word of God, you know, that's a foolish journey, especially if you actually read it. Because if you read no other book in the Bible but Proverbs, if that's the only book you read, then it talks about so much wisdom. It does talk about Jesus, but it talks about wisdom. And it talks about how it's just so relevant to situations, you know. A wise man, you know, and this is, I'm not quoting the scripture, but this is in there. A wise man will shut up and listen. A fool will continue to ramble on and continue to talk noise. How many of y'all know that one dude that's always getting into stuff but won't never be quiet? That lines up perfectly with the Word of God. It lines up perfectly with it. So you can still take and use the Bible and live a good life, or live a, you know, just a I don't know, just a decent life. Not so much good, decent, and have a decent character. Of course, you can't, I mean, honestly, I don't think you can really just read the Bible and continue to discredit the Lord, continue to discredit Jesus after seeing the wisdom that's packed in it. But at the same time, it just keep coming to mind, so I gotta say it. I hear different ones who they don't believe, they, you know, not a follower, they, you know, Jesus and God is just a joke to them, but they've read the whole Bible. That doesn't, you know, I just can't jail with it. That's not copacetic to me. You know what I'm saying? My girl stepdad to say that. But I mean, it's just, bro, it's too much in there. It lines up with too much. It's for you to just be able to read that. Not saying it's not possible, but 66 books. Yeah. You know, and thousands of pages of wisdom, and then for you to just say, "Oh, this is a joke," but you're gonna read a self-help book by some man who just decided one day that walking outside barefoot wasn't the way to go.
What's up, brother Carlos? But yeah, and it's real. But you know, that touches on something I was thinking about the other day, man. You know, for people that don't want to, you know, to accept Christ, man. You know, there's no amount of evidence that you can give them, and, you know, including the Bible. You know, that's going to push them that way, man. You know, they say, you know, the Bible said no man comes to, you know, to the Lord unless, you know, he calls them. You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of people, you know, that are so set in their ways, that are so set in, you know, in love with their sin. You know, they just, you know, Jesus could come back. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and they're like, oh, it's a special effect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, and that's what, you know, so many people say, like, you know, well, if God is real, why don't he, you know, show us? So we did. He came as Jesus and we killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's real. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, you have to humble yourself, and you have to, you have to do your own research, man, because, you know, you can look at all these Facebook memes and these YouTube videos, and it's so easy to prove so many of them, you know, false, man. You know, that, you know, if you just take that and don't do your research, man, it's you're gonna be, you know, in a bad state. You're gonna be, you know, misled, you know. So that's just my 2 cents on it, man. You know, like we getting a little long, so man, maybe we just kind of wrap it up, man. That's cool. You got anything else?
I'm good, man. I think that's just the message of, you know, at the end of the day, the world is trying to pervert the things that God has called beautiful, the things that God has put his hand on, has put his perfect perfection on us. Even us. You know, this world is out to pervert it and, you know, make it something that it's not. So, you know, just focus. Let's get our focus back. Let's get our focus back.
You know, and learn our true value, our true idea, and our true purpose. I talked about episode 6, I think it was, maybe 7. But y'all check it out, man. If y'all haven't seen the other episodes, man, they're all on YouTube. It's all the music's on there, it's good quality. So y'all just, you know, peep us out, man. Appreciate everybody that's on, everybody that's liked, everybody that's, you know, commented, man. We really appreciate y'all. And, you know, grace and peace to y'all, man. We love y'all. We're gonna hit you with one more song, Even Louder by Stephen Malcolm. It's a real dope kind of, you know, worship rap song. It's really good. So get y'all with that, and we'll see y'all next week, Lord willing. Sure.
Set Free Radio.
Yeah, so undeserving, and yet we worship, giving all the praise, just humble servants, till sweat and tears, till no more fears, singing the glory of the gospel out to every ear. This life that reside in my tongue you took for your name to become a tool for your will to be done is crazy. See me as a son when I should be shunned, worth nothing, Lord, I'm just dust, but you covered me by your blood, You covered me with grace, and a love so unconditional, it's got me on my face every day, Be the praise of the saints, Goes my praise every day, My God is stronger than any sin that I hold. More precious than any silver and gold. Told myself that my sin made me unworthy, but truth is I'll never be perfect. But Christ took the burden, took the lust of my eyes, pride of my heart, aches and all the flaws. Nailed them to the cross, threw them to the ocean. Showed me I was chosen, shifted all my focus till my eyes became open. Tossed out my doubts, showed me my way out. See, I once was lost, now your boy been found. See, true grace abounds, and glory be to God. It ain't no looking back like a pillar of that salt.
Me, I give my all, despite my downfalls. When many see me fail, only you see me prevail. The bigger depression hits, the louder my praise gets. The bigger depression hits, the louder my praise get. Come on.
When I lift my voice, heaven comes to earth. When I sing this song, I feel you respond. When I lift my voice, heaven comes to earth. When I sing this song, I feel you respond. 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 Yeah. If the drum stops beating, my soul will keep on singing. Even louder, even louder. Even when my eyes can't see, I'll sing till I believe it. Even louder, even louder. Even when the drum stops beating, my soul will keep on singing. Even louder, even louder. Even when my eyes can't see, I'll sing till I believe it. Even louder.
Set Free Radio. Truth music for East Texas.